Are you a Rushed Townhall 13? Are your heroes so low that they have little diapers on them? Then today is the perfect video for you because I'm going to show you 3 attacks that anyone with low level heroes can pull off at Town Hall 13. When you're a Rush Town Hall 13, there's a lot of attacks that you just can't do that you see online. Pretty much anything that involves a queen walk or a queen charge, you can pretty much just forget about it because you're not going to be able to pull off the 3 stars like the guys in the other videos. But these attacks that I'm fixing to show you, these are 3 that rely heavily upon the tanky, beefy troops to kind of carry you through. So there will be no queen walks in this one. And by the way, this doesn't just apply to 13. This can also work on 12s too. We're going to see the new Yeti blimp that everyone is talking about. We're going to see an Electron, and we're going to see just what I call the easiest attack in Clash of Clans right now. And we're going to start with that. So here we go. Now, if you've ever wanted to attack that was probably the easiest, takes the least amount of skill, and takes a lot of luck sometimes to pull off, this is the perfect attack. So if you're struggling in like your CWL and you get a 1-star or something and you need something that's a safe attack, this is pretty safe. Now, as far as it 3-starring, it's a bit of a gamble, but it is beautiful. As you can see, all you do is you just place down your Yetis, you place down your ice golems, you place down all your heroes in one little spot, and you just quake it open, and then you just set it and forget it. Kind of like the old commercial with the little rotisserie chicken that would spin around in. This is literally that. So you place it all down, you break open all the compartments you can with those 8 quake spells, and then you go and you get yourself a glass of tea, and you drink. And then occasionally you might need to hit an ability or something like that. It's pretty simple, and that's why I've included it in this attack as something that can easily pull off a 3-star because you're relying a lot on the Yetis, and the Yetis are super powerful right now, and you don't necessarily need high-level heroes to pull off a 3, but it sure does help. And so, we'll go ahead and 2 times this point for the last 30 seconds. This is one that I would recommend if you're really struggling. I would recommend this one if you've got low-level heroes because it can pull it off on the right base. And what are you looking for on the right base? You're looking for a tight compartment base where you can open up the most walls and let these Yetis just have a heyday. All right, and so that is our first one, the Octo Yeti, the whatever it's called. This next one is the Electron Mass Dragon. This is a super fun attack. I love doing this one because it looks awesome when you set off the little nuclear bomb right in the middle of the base. And so let me pause it real quick and tell you why I was looking for this area. When you're going to do this Blimp Electron, you want to try to get the most value out of your Electro Dragons. In this area, the sweeper is facing the opposite direction, so really the wrong way. And plus, I'm going to be able to get the eagle. I'm going to be able to get the air defense all in one little go. And that's why this is a perfect spot for this. I mean, look at the value that I'm fixing to get out of this. We've got some cloned Electro Dragons. We've got Carnage here. We've got bombs over there. And we are going to get a little bit over 30% of a base is going to go down just with that little clone spell. And this is why this is a really good strategy, because you're relying a lot on the cloned Electro Dragons to do a lot of the heavy lifting. And so then I place the other Electro Dragon down and my heroes up here at the top to kind of clear out the area. And then we're making a really great channel for the dragons. Now, since this sweeper right here is facing this direction, I'm going to want to bring the dragons from down here, which is the reason I ended up planning it this way. It's so great when things actually go to plan. And so, bringing my balloons down, here come the dragons. These guys have just got a beautiful little path to go, and it's home free. I mean, this is already, you can tell this is already going to be a 3-star just from that Electro Dragon value. And my heroes are up here doing their job. Now, once again, I have pretty low-level heroes. My queen is decent. I mean, she's at 50, but everybody's so tiny. And I ended up throwing my royal champion right in there with the dragons just because he feels like he's a little beast when he's running with them. And so this is the way this works. And so this one is really big, and this is the scariest part, is this back part. But I've got these free spells to just kind of keep all that stuff at bay. And he had that all trapped up, didn't he? The warden to keep everything else pretty safe. And so this was a very commanding 3-star. These drags just took completely over, and you don't necessarily need high-level heroes to pull this attack off. That's what's also really good about it. Pretty soon, you're going to see a whole lot of single Infernos. I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess that. And part of the reasoning for that is that the most powerful attacks currently at the Town Hall 13 level are the P.E.K.K.A. Smashes, the Yeti Smashes, the Electro Dragons, the Dragons, and Queen Walks. Now, since we're low-level hero people, we can't do Queen Walks. So we've got to rely on our heroes to do it. And so everybody is doing the Yeti Blimp thing, and so I was using the Wrecker in this particular case. And so it's always good to have either the Wrecker or the Blimp ready, depending on where you can get the most value. In this particular case, when you're doing this little combo mass minor hog hybrid, you want to try to get the most value you can. And so you want to either get an eagle or you want to get a scatter shot. In this particular case, you definitely need to look for a way to get some pathing, take out a corner. And so I was able to take out a corner with these Yetis, and got some decent value out of it. Not as good as my Electron, but I didn't even have to spend as much spells for it. And so then after that, I'm going to use my Electro Dragon and my heroes to make a better funnel for everything else that's going to be coming through. And so that's why this is good. And pretty much the heroes are just used to help create a good funnel. They're not used to do any heavy lifting. If I would have pulled a clan castle right there, then the heroes and the Electro Drag would be there to help clean up whatever that was coming out of that thing. And so we're moving through. We've got the hogs, and this is one thing when I was working on this attack, you have to have a rage when you get to the Town Hall, because it is so necessary, because that thing has so much HP, and you have to use your warden right around the Town Hall. That's where you want to use it. Use your warden and use a rage, and if you need to, use a freeze, because that thing is a beast, and it is a pain in the neck. Now, the other thing you're going to need to use your freeze spell on is this evil guy back here. You do not want him to mess up your miners and hogs. And so miners and hogs work really good together, and they completely destroy single Inferno bases. Now, this particular one wasn't a single Inferno base. As you can see, it works on both. So that's what you're looking for with this, is one, where you get a good value out of your Yetis that are in either the Wrecker or a Blimp. Two, where can you get, once you get that, how can you make a tighter funnel with that Electro Dragon and your heroes? And then three, you're going to send everybody in towards, as far as your mass group that you've got. This is just basically a mass attack, and you've just got to make sure that you follow them with the heals. You've got 3 heals, and you have 1 rage to use on the Town Hall, and the freezes are going to be used to stop the scatter shots and the Town Hall from decimating your entire area, because those are the 2 things that are going to destroy your attack. And so this one is super powerful. I would definitely recommend this one. I worked really hard on developing this attack. Maybe it's already been developed. Maybe I should have quit trying to reinvent the wheel, but I did it anyways. And so definitely check this one out. And that is the 3 attack strategies. Each one of these, some of them are easier than others, but if you've got any questions or you want me to see me break down these videos even more, leave a comment below and let me know which one you want to see more and more in-depth breakdown on. And also, if you could like and subscribe, that really helps me out if you haven't done so already. So until next time, see you later.